Number 10. B. 11. On 11, that's a very poorly worded question because it just says a triangular shaped weld. So, I mean, a V groove is technically, I mean, you could consider that a triangle. Yeah. The answer to this for that reason is E, because they're actually looking for a fillet weld. But there's lots of different weld symbols that are triangular shaped. Yeah, so. Number 12. D, intermittent fillet weld. If it was just on one side, that's what it'd be, is intermittent. But because it's on both sides, it's going to be a chain. Yeah. So it's going to be B. So when they're talking about this, we may have, so let's say this is a T-plate, and we're looking down from the top of this T-plate. So we're looking down from the top. This weld symbol tells us that we're going to be 2 on 4. So we have a 2-inch long weld every on 4-inch centers. So we measure out, come over here and we put 2-inch weld there. And what we'll do with this a lot of times, I'll just take a paint pen if I have to lay one of these out. I may have something as wide as this room. I got 2 on 10 inches. I'll put my tape out there, figure out my first one, and I'll just take a paint pen and mark my dimension all the way down through there. And I have a paint pen on there, and then when I go to weld, I can see that white paint. In this case, to get our center, we measure over 1 inch. We got a 2-inch weld there, measure over 1 inch, lay it out, over 1 inch, go to our start, go over one more inch, and then we have our 2-inch weld. So we're at 1 inch. The next thing we're going to measure is going to be, so they're every 4, so we come over our 5 inches in our tape, offhand. Be like in there, we measure an inch to the left, inch to the right. Next one's going to be at 9 inches. We'll mark there, measure over an inch, both directions, and 14 inches. Yeah, I guess it is. I was thinking 5 for some reason. First time you ever heard that, huh? I just wrote it again. I am stuck on that. Alright, now we're going to go over, go to 17 inches. Then we can go over again if you wanted to. 21. Sometimes it's obviously not going to lay out perfectly. In that situation, if that was like a quarter inch away, I'd just go ahead and do my best to run a solid weld there. Whether it was an inch and a half or whatever, but just get some weld in. This right here is going to be a chain intermittent. And that's because we're welding one on this side of the T-plate and then one directly on the other side. We're staying even all the way down through there. Kind of like a chain. Right. Think of it like a chain like that. The staggered would be. All right, number 13. D. Yep, D. 14. Keely had a question on this one. A weld symbolized by a rectangular box that contains a dimension represents a partially filled plug weld. So on that one, if we didn't have a dimension inside the box, we would know that it's going to be a full plug weld, right? So if they don't put a dimension in there, we have to fill this thing all the way up. So if there is a dimension in there, it's telling us that it's going to be partially filled. Yes, D. Number 15. The required spot weld size can be shown as, it's going to be both B and C. It'll be E. Both B and C above. Number 16. You guys get on that one. D. I've got B and D both on here. Number appearing to the right of the spot weld symbol refers to, that one right there is going to be D, pitch distance between adjacent spots. So, like I said, these can get kind of confusing of where the number is versus what type of symbol we have. In this case right here, we've got spot weld. Yeah, spot weld symbol. So with the spot weld to the right of that, it's going to be at the pitch distance. How far there's to the right. So your diameter in this case, with the spot weld, the diameter of that spot will be to the left. We're going to be doing a bunch of these, and I got some worksheets to give you guys, so we'll be working through these quite a bit. It's like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot to try and remember. The important thing is just understanding what symbol you have and what the numbers around it mean. Because there's just so many weld symbols, I don't remember them all. I'll see stuff sometimes, I'm like, I don't know what that is. I have to look up in my sheet. There's just no reason. We got reference material, there's no reason to try and memorize everything. All right, number 17. C, melt through.
So if it wasn't filled in, it'd be back or back.
Exactly. Yeah, if it wasn't filled in, it'd be back or backing. Number 18. E, B and C above, yep. Number 19. Yep, D, scarf. So that's another one of those that if I seen that on a weld symbol, like out of the job site, I'd see those, I think it's two little angled lines in it. Chances are I'd see that and be like, what the hell is that? I'd have to go look it up.
What exactly is that? What's it supposed to look like? Finish.
Scarfing, what the terminology what I've always used for the terminology scarfing is there's a little tip that goes on a torch. Your normal tip just comes out straight and kind of takes down. This one angles over. A lot of you can just cut just a little bit off at a time. You can like well cut it out. You can scarf out with a scarfing tip. And so let's say you had your weld's a little bit too heavy in one spot, and you don't want to have to run anything out. Maybe it's a lot too heavy. You can go in there with that torch. You can just scarf that little down, almost flush, basically flush with the base. So why they have a weld symbol like that on here, I'm really not 100% sure what they're talking about. Unless they've just laid it both joints down at the same degree. So you beveled this one and beveled this one the opposite way, and you jammed them up together and welded them out. I've never seen a joint configuration like that. Now, when you're framing stuff with wood or trimming stuff, quite often that I have a wall that's 30 feet long, and I'm running some baseboard on it, and my pieces are only 10 foot long. I don't have straight pieces, and straight leave them flat. Jam them together. I'll take off this is 45 and this one is 45. They overlap each other, and then I'll screw them down that way. Nice, finish. I run that joint with wood, but I never ran that joint with steel before. Welded out. Number 20. Let's see. The part of the welding symbol that can be used to convey any additional information which cannot be shown otherwise is referred to as, it's going to be D. So they're saying any additional information. Yep, exactly. Yep. Number 21, the symbol below shows what type of weld. C, gas tungsten arc seam weld. All right, number 22. Yep, 22 is A. 23. Let me see, I got C on that one. Let me look. A number in parentheses just outside a test symbol represents. Okay, so on this one they're talking test symbol, so NDE. Like I said, don't worry about NDE symbols. If you happen to ever see one, shoot me a text and be like, hey, dumbass, I actually seen one of these. Yeah, number 23 is going to be C, the number of tests to perform. 24, a number to the right. What you got? I got B on that one. A number to the right of a non-destructive examination symbol refers to the length of weld to be tested. That'll be B. All right, number 25. D. Yep, 25 is going to be D. So let's look at that one again. All right, 25. Yeah, 25's D. I think you guys jumped to the next one, maybe. 25. So, look at this joint. A flat cut joint. This side bevel. So let's start with A this time. So on A, it's showing that our work side is going to be to the left. And since top and bottom are the same, it's going to look this way. Alright, so that doesn't fit. What's wrong with B and C? Yep, exactly. So we know by looking at this immediately, our vertical line is on the right instead of the left. So immediately we can cancel those out. Right. A is pointing to the wrong side, B and C. Symbols